If I don't hold the mic up like this, you'll never be able to hear me. 40 years ago this week, ladies and gentlemen, this was the number one song in the country. Freddie Jackson, Rock Me Tonight, for old time's sake. Feel the groove. Welcome to another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. Taste the victory, savor the night. The Quiet Storm. I am said Ginch, Ryan Neff. Thank you, Freddie. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some news here going on in the women's college softball tournament. Double elimination round. Right now, Texas Tech is up on Oklahoma 2-0. The top of the third. Could Oklahoma's dominance in women's college football could the streak be coming to an end this year? They've won the last 4 national titles in a row, I believe. Upset brewing. Some news and notes from around the world of sports. Deion Sanders said that the pre-draft reports on his son Shedeur Sanders hurt. He said, quote unquote, it did hurt, but the Bible says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. There was some foolish stuff that went on, but that gave them something that they needed. Like that edge that Tom Brady had, it gave them the edge that you had, gave them the edge that I have. Folks said we weren't going to be nothing, but we have to prove that. It gave them the edge that they needed to both of them. Himself and Shedeur. So he's a little butthurt. Get over it. If you can't handle the criticism, get out of the game. Of course, anybody that watches my programs knows that technology is not my friend. Oh, here we go. Finally. Detroit Lions Pro Bowl center Frank Ragnow says that he's retiring. He said, I have to listen to my body, and this has been one of the hardest decisions of my life. The Lions organization has been absolutely incredible throughout this process, and I can't emphasize this enough how grateful I am for this team and all the fans. It was an absolute honor going to battle for you all. He's been injured often since the 2021 season. And again, Father Time is undefeated, and when your body tells you that you can't do it anymore, you can't do it anymore. The saga surrounding Lance McCullers, who's received death threats. This is reported by David Purdom of ESPN. An intoxicated bettor located overseas was behind social media threats directed last month at Houston Astros pitcher Lance McCullers Jr. and his family. According to the Houston Police Department, they will not identify him yet. Spokesperson for the Astros told ESPN that the man admitted that he had been gambling on an Astros game, lost money, and was frustrated and inebriated when he sent the threats to McCullers. The man has since apologized. The case remains open. McCullers said threats to find my kids and murder them were sent after his start against the Reds on May 10th. I hope this particular person gets prosecuted to the fullest extent. And again, anytime you have betting, FanDuel, prop bets, all that shit, you're going to see more and more of this. And it's not good. Not good at all. You have a prop bet, let's say it's involving Lance McCullers. Let's just say a prop bet was over 6.5 strikeouts, under 8 hits, and some others, and you lose, and people are drunk. And again, if this is going to be the case, and said person is identified, then said person should be prosecuted to the fullest. Because it's almost to the point where we need to get Liam Neeson. I will find you. I have a certain set of skills. David Andrews has retired as a Patriot. I haven't seen the speech, but it was quite emotional from what I'm reading. He's only 32. There are more and more players retiring at an early age. So I wonder if somebody should study it, just like, with all the Achilles injuries that have happened years and years and years ago. You never heard of Achilles injury. Is it the supplementation? Is it long-term effects of the supplementation that these guys take? Other things that these guys might take? Does it weaken the immune system? Does it weaken the muscle structure? I don't know. See what else. Again, the buffering. The buffering, I don't like buffering. A trial for Tampa Bay Rays Wander Franco has begun in the Dominican Republic. He wants justice. If you remember, charges brought against him in a sexual abuse case involving a 14-year-old girl. We will have to keep an eye on that. So, the NBA Finals are set, ladies and gentlemen, with the Oklahoma City Thunder in Indiana. Indiana Pacers. The Minnesota Timberwolves didn't show up in game, was it 5? And the New York Knicks at home did not show up in game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. How does that happen? I don't know. Pacers, Jarace Walker is out at least 2 games to start the NBA Finals, which is not good. I'll say this before and I'll say it again when it comes to any basketball game. If you can win the rebounding edge and you can limit your turnovers, limit the other team's opportunities, more often than not, you're going to win the game. You want to talk about the 3-point shit all you want. I get it. I understand. And of course, rebounds and you limit the turnovers. Use the shot clock to the best of your ability. Let that sucker wind down. Play slow ball. Going to win. Thunder are minus 750 to win the NBA title. I think the Pacers are a deep team, but I think the Thunder are the better team. I will pick the Thunder in 6 games. And I'm sticking to it. The NHL, Edmonton and Florida, again, for the second year in a row. Florida in their 3rd straight Stanley Cup final. I would like to take the Oilers. Just for the simple reason it's been a long time since the Canadian teams won a cup. But when the Florida Panthers were down 2-0 to the Maple Leafs, it was in the second period. They were down 3-1. And ever since then, Florida's looked like a different team. With all that being said, I'm going to pick the Panthers in 6. For their 2nd straight Stanley Cup. I just think that the Panthers need business. Last year, for the first 3 games last year, Florida had Draisaitl and McDavid figured out. I don't think that'll be the case this year, but I just think Florida's the deeper team. Florida in 6. Let's go to Major League Baseball, shall we? Just looking over some news and notes, nothing eye-popping. Major League Baseball tonight. Right now, end of the 5th, the Rockies are up on the Marlins 5-4. Top of the 4th, Angels over the Red Sox 6-1. Top of the 4th, the Brewers are up on the Reds 3-2, and top of the 2nd, Tigers all over the White Sox 5-0. Later on, Padres at Giants, Twins at Athletics, and the Mets at the Dodgers. Let's go to the standings, shall we? Like I always do every week to start the week. The American League East, the Yankees lead with a 36-22 record. The Blue Jays second, 31-28, 5.5 back. The Rays are third, 30-29, 6.5 back. The Red Sox fourth, 29-32, 8.5 back. And the Orioles, who continue to struggle, 22-36, 14 back. In the Central, as again I said, the Detroit Tigers, best team in baseball right now, even though they're 6-4 their last 10. They lead the Central. Guardians are second, 32-26. They're 6 back. Twins are third, 31-27, 7 back. The Royals are 31-29. They're 8 back. And the White Sox are the White Sox. They're 18-41, 20.5 back. Out there in the West, the Mariners over the Astros by a half game. The Rangers are third, 29-31, 4 back. Angels fourth, 26-32, 6 back. And the Athletics have reverted back to Athletics things. They are 1-9 in their last 10. They are 23-37, 10 back. Out there in the National League, the Mets have caught fire. The Phillies have cooled off. Mets have taken over the East lead by a game over the Phils. It's going to come down to those 2 teams in that particular division. The Nationals are third, 28-31, 9 games back. Braves fourth. Braves still struggling, 27-31, 9.5 back. And the Marlins last, 23-34, 13 back. In the Central, Cubs 37-22 lead the Central. The Cardinals are second, 33-26, 4 back. Brewers are third, 32-28, 5.5 back. The Reds fourth, 29-31, 8.5 back. And my Pirates, who are abysmal, 22-38, 15.5 back. Out in the West, Dodgers lead 36-23. Padres second, 33-24, 2 back. The Giants 33-26, 3 back. The Diamondbacks are 28-31, they're 8 back. And the Colorado Rockies are on pace to be the most abysmal team in the history of baseball. They are 20. We'd like to thank the Colorado Rockies for participating in this year's 2025 season. If we look at the American League, Astros, Rays, and the Yankees, 7-3 their last 10. And like I said, the Athletics are 1-9 their last 10. Out in the National League, the Brewers, the Cubs, and the Mets, the hottest teams, 8-2 their last 10. Diamondbacks, their last 10 are 2-8. The Rockies, their last 10 are 1. Kind of pathetic. Some teams stretching it out a bit. Yankees right now seem to have a control on the East. The Tigers have a control on the Central. West is tight. National League, the East is going to come down to the Mets and the Phillies, obviously. In the Central, the Cubs have sort of taken the reins, and out West, Giants, Padres, Dodgers, all right there. Yeah, PGA, Scotty Scheffler wins his second tournament in a row, second Memorial in a row. That's the 16th PGA title, by the way. Maja Stark won the U.S. Women's Open for her first major. Congratulations to them. Of the WNBA, 3 games tonight. Tomorrow. There are no games tonight. Tomorrow, the Mystics are at the Fever, the Mercury are at the Lynx, the Wings are at the Storm. Let's go to the standings. The Liberty and the Lynx, both undefeated with 7-0 records. The Dream are third at 5-2, along with the Mercury at 5-2. The Aces are fifth, 4-2. The Seattle Storm, Washington Mystics are 6th and 7th at 3-4. Indiana Fever, the Valkyries, and the Chicago Sky are each 2-4. Sparks are 2-6. The Wings are 1-6, and the Connecticut Sun are 1-6. For your NASCAR jabronis like me, Ryan Blaney got his first Cup win of the year. Qualifies for the playoffs. I will go down the finishing order for your favorite driver. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was 39th. Noah Gragson, 38th. Corey Heim, 37th. Alex Bowman, 36th. Chad Fincham, 35th. J.J. Yaley, 34th. Cody Ware, 33rd. Justin Haley, 32nd. Ty Gibbs, 31st. Josh Berry, 30th. Austin Dillon, 29th. Ryan Priest, 28th. John Hunter Nemechek, 27th. Ty Dillon, 26th. Shane Van Gisbergen, 25th. Riley Herbst, 24th. Brad Keselowski, 23rd. Todd Gilliland, 22nd. Michael McDowell, 21st. AJ Chicken Allmendinger was 20th. Cole Custer was 19th. Austin Cindric was 18th. Chase Briscoe was 17th. Daniel Suarez was 16th. Chase Elliott, 15th. Chris Buescher, 14th. Zane Smith, 13th. Kyle Babushka, 12th. Ross Chastain, 11th. Christopher Bell, 10th. Tyler Reddick, 9th. Kyle Larson, 8th. Eric Jones, 7th. Bubba Wallace, 6th. William Byron, 5th. Joey Logano, 4th. Denny Hamlin, 3rd. Carson Hocevar, 1st. Ryan Blaney in the numero uno position. If the season ended today, the drivers that would be in the playoff, Kyle Busch would be 16th, Chris Buescher would be 15th, Alex Bowman 14th, Chase Briscoe 13th, Bubba Wallace 12th, Tyler Reddick 11th, Chase Elliott 10th, Josh Berry with an impressive season, he's 9th, Austin Cindric 8th, Ross Chastain 7th, Joey Logano 6th, Ryan Blaney would be 5th, William Byron 4th, Denny Hamlin 3rd, Christopher Bell 2nd, Kyle Larson numero uno. Just trying to look over some other news and notes. Again, a couple of things winding down, NBA, NHL. So right now, Major League Baseball will dominate. We are 3 months away, a little over 3 months away from the start of the NFL season. So the countdown's on there. The 49ers and Eagles have a trade. 49ers traded for Mr. Huff. And the dreaded Madden 26 cover belongs to Saquon Barkley. We know what happens to people who are on the Madden cover. It usually ends up in disaster. It is the Madden football cover jinx. So I think that's going to end it for tonight. Again, as I end every show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them, because you might not get that second chance. For God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling, especially with mental health, inquire or ask. Don't just throw them under the rug, please. You might just be saving a life. I will see everybody tomorrow on another edition of Early Evening Sports Buffet with the Ginch. Taste the victory, savor the night. And as always, Dandy Don, take us out.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.